So not sponsored by these cup noodles. Yeah, no. Anyway, so I haven't done many videos lately or anything other than that Despacito meme, and that's just something I've been just in, like, you know, a creative slump. Well, not really. Like, I've been working on stuff. I'm part of this YouTube project that I don't know if I've told you about, but like, I've been talking too much about it on all my other social media, so might as well do it here too. I've been doing something called the Future Late Show, where I and a couple of other really amazing animators, we don't need it on camera, don't worry. We're making little snippets and stories that interconnect little by little, and like nothing's gonna make sense right now, but it kind of does at the end. We're already trying to figure this out, but yeah. So anyway, I get the lovely task of writing and animating a little set called Jeffrey, and he's about as well, he's just this really obnoxious kid that plays D&D with his friends, and well, they are in a quest to awaken a giant woman that has lots of powers and shit. So yeah, it's weird, and it's kind of like, I don't know, like there's like so much Steven Universe influence in all of this. Oh shit, they're after me. Yeah, no, it's time. Say, I thought I had like this whole bunch of ideas and stuff to say, like an overarching sort of plot, like, but no, I don't. I'm not really good at that, am I? I'm good at like the little bits and details that add on to somebody else. Like, I feel like I haven't discovered what my niche is as an artist, and I'm just doing bits that are added onto somebody else, and I'm fine with that, honestly. Like, if anybody needs an extra artist to do shit with, like, I'm there, and that's pretty cool. But like right now I haven't like really initiated anything on my own. Like, yeah, I draw and whatever not, but it's always out of a reaction rather than a me need, and I don't know, and like, and I've described my artistic endeavors as like the only thing that is me, when everything else that I do is a response to the world. But isn't that what's just being a person, I guess? Like, we react to things, and that's fine. Like, that's what our lives are about. Like, I mean, like, I think I should probably finish this before it goes cold. So we're gonna stop for now and maybe record a little bit extra. And I think I'll just leave anything here, like cuts and whatever not. I'm just not gonna edit too much. Please future self, just don't edit too much. Anyway, so I've been working on that for the past few months, I guess, and now it's just like the second episode just came out. So please check it out. It's one of the first animation projects that I've been on, like, for real. Like, yeah, it's the first one, and like as first things, it's not gonna be perfect. And like, I've realized that I'm like criticizing a lot of what I'm doing as I'm doing it, and I've been very quick to judge myself, and I've had several sort of mini panics of of, oh my god, but all of these people that are working here, they are actually like people in the industry, and they're good, and they're good at what they do, they're professionals, they're so capable, and I'm not. I'm just me, just a simple pleb that doesn't do shit. Just animates in their home with like a really shitty ass computer that renders things very, very slowly, as I'll soon be reminded of when I have to render this video. But oh goodness, it's not a good attitude to have, and I think that here I'm gonna talk again more for me than for everybody else, and I think that that's how this should be going anyway. It's the first time that I'm actually doing a big project, so it's natural that I'm gonna see a lot of mistakes, and I'm gonna want to correct them as I go, but I also need to realize that it already has a cohesive style, and that it needs to, you know, work as it is now, and get it done. It'll be better in the next project. Like, you don't have to be perfect immediately. Like, when you're creating things, and you're working through the creative process, and you have several iterations of the same character design, so that you can actually like get to how you want them to look. And it also goes for writing and everything. It's not just me who's writing, it's several other people, and I keep consulting, and the ideas aren't really like fully mine either. Like, it's a whole breathing room of like everybody just keeps giving each other ideas. It's about brainstorming. Most of my ideas come from, like, surprisingly, from playing D&D with my friends, from playing Dungeon World with my online friends, and from just talking in general with people who are highly creative and capable and smart and amazing, and I just admire every single one of them. And that's what I reflect into the world, and that's what I do, and that's what's truly mine. And so I've been worried a little bit about that sort of chain of influence, and sometimes what is really mine and what's truly myself, and in both creativeness and just personal life. Like, when it comes to personality and everything, I don't know if, like, for any of you, it's been of as you grow older, you realize that, oh, I've started saying that phrase that one of my friends says, or I've started to I don't know, comb my hair in a different way, and like this is the show, but like, but I mean, or like, I don't know, like, all these little details, we are mosaics and amalgamations of everybody that influences us in our lives. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad, and we sort of, but we are a constant sculpture. We're not clay that dries up and then steadies and settles. We are marble. We chip away at things, and we're constantly evolving and inward. We have so much potential, and it just keeps sort of being worked towards, and that's good, and you should sort of, you know, revel and be joyful in the fact that, yeah, like, I'm still a big blob of concrete, or I'm still a big blob of marble, and like, just don't know exactly where I'm going yet. But that's the beauty of it. Like, you'll start seeing those shapes as you chip away. And I don't know why everything in my life has to be related to some form of art or another. Last time I was talking about how, like, with anxiety and with like art and with everything, you sort of you have to practice. So you do. so you do. So and you do art, and you do your figure drawing, and you work towards that. But that's sort of what things are to me. It's just the process, and the process that it's the most immediate to me, at least, is art. Oh goodness, I don't even know what to say exactly. I've been sort of worried that whenever I get nervous, I laugh, and so I just keep giggling about stuff that really isn't funny. And that wouldn't be a problem if I was one of those people that has a contagious laughter, like, I don't know, just like a Griffin McElroy type guy that just laughs and exudes that joy. Like, every time I watch a video or like listen to a podcast where he's at, like, it's just like, that's funny, like, just because he is a happy person. And I think that that's a spirit that I wish I could embody. And as I try to move towards, you know, whatever next piss as the next piece of marble that I want to chip away, I want that to shape laughter and joy, and I just want to make sure that I can make people laugh just by laughing, because I'm not incredibly witty or amazing at, like, coming up with a joke. I'll come up with, like, a couple funny things when I'm talking with the other writers in the board, when talking about the show. But, like, my jokes aren't the funniest ones. It's usually the jokes are based on the other people that are there, because I know that that's what's gonna work with their performance as well. Like, when I think of my friend Justin, sort of just talking as Jeffrey, like I know what's gonna work because of his personality and his just presence. When the actress Krista makes the other characters, I think of her voice and how she's embodying all of the other characters. I also think of, like, the overall arc of the story, and how do the things that I say or do in animation are gonna actually present themselves later on, and what's in retrospect gonna be at least a little bit funny. At least I hope. At this moment, I cannot say that I have all the answers. I do not have, like, a magic wand button and, like, say that I will know exactly how everything's gonna turn out. But I mean, like, it's got to be something. Hopefully at, like, some point when I've sort of found the balance with how animating goes, then I'm probably gonna be a little bit better. But this is practice. This is for fun. This is us sort of figuring it out, and perhaps as I go and everybody goes, I don't know. I was thinking of a musical number, but then again, my ukulele is not tuned. I don't even play it. I perhaps, like, everybody goes at their own pace, and, like, once we're sort of all a well-tuned machine, and, like, once we've gotten, like, a bigger production value, and, like, more animators and more people that want to work with us, and, you know, want to try their best at this thing that we're doing, then that would be rad. And I guess, like, when we get to reiterate it, because this is basically a pilot, this is our trial and attempt at, like, all these ideas sort of coming in together for the first time and meeting each other, and just, hey, so I draw silly D&D kids kind of thing. Then I guess that's sort of how this goes, and, like, we'll see, like, what the future is gonna bring. I really want to know, like, what you guys think of the Future Late show so far, if you've seen it, if you even care about it, and yeah, and if you think that that Jeffrey and the gang are something that you want to see more of later. Yeah, I guess that's all I'm gonna say for today. So yeah.